Good day, Summoners. This is Raabemaster bringing you another League of Legends shoutcast for your viewing pleasure. And today, it's not going to be featuring anyone, but I'm really tired. So, yeah, there's that. But I just picked this one up because I could get in 2 minutes, and it's got best Riven and A, but yeah, that person's going to be playing Nidalee. So, yeah, that's happening. Anyways, 2 minutes into the game, haven't missed like anything at all except for better start jungling. And I think this is a jungle Tarek. Yes, it is. Don't forget, he now has the Gemcraft. Does it give nothing? Is it scale? I don't actually know if that's scaling. It says 0% right there. It might just be a bug. But yeah, that's happening. Jungle Tarek, bros. Super sick plays. Anyways, I've been really busy lately. That's why I haven't done so many shoutcasts. But I'm doing one right now, so that's good. And I'll try to keep putting the thumbnails on my videos, but I kind of slacked the last 2 procasts I did. And I don't normally put them on for shoutcasts, or at least I won't be. So the next ones I'll actually put the thumbnails on. But besides that, everything else is going good for me. How are you guys doing? You can't answer, or at least not in a way I can hear you, so it doesn't matter, I guess. Anyways, let's go over the champion picks for the red team. In the top lane will be Jarvan the 4th. The mid lane is going to be Caston. It's going to be a jungle Tarek as well. I already covered that. And the bot lane is going to be Ashe and Sona. For the blue team, jungle Malphite. No, wait, that's jungle Vi. It's not jungle Malphite. Oh, it's totally jungle Malphite. Top lane Vi. Bot lane is going to be AD carry Graves, supported by Leona. It's going to be mid lane Nidalee. Is this going to be AP Nidalee? I actually kind of want to know before I start. I think so. Yeah, it's going to be an AP Nidalee. So that is that. Very exciting. Let's get underway. So like I said, we haven't missed anything. The game's just starting. Top lane Vi, kind of interesting choice. She doesn't have a lot of good matchups. That's why I don't see not a lot of people play her top lane. And we got a lot of damage coming down Nishan Graves. Leona's actually get the nice Zenith Blade. She did pick up Zenith Blade at level 1. Maybe a bit of a mistake. You should probably pick your stun up, Leona. I think they might get the Graves. They're going to probably get someone. Leona's now dropping very low. Who will get the first blood? That is the question. It's going to be going to Ashe. She will pick up the kill on the Graves, and Ashe, like, immobilized. Don't care. Gonna try to run, and she is barely still surviving. And Leona has no way to catch up. There's the slows coming out from Ashe, and it is a kill from her. Double kill Ashe, level 1. I think it would have been a lot better if Leona had brought her stun, because she pretty much had no crowd control. She could like catch up to people and then auto attack them, but that wasn't really good enough. My Skype's going off like crazy. I'm gonna set myself to do not disturb. Hopefully that will help calm down my Skype. And Jarvan versus Vi. I really think Jarvan's gonna win this matchup. He's a bit better of a duelist, especially early game, as long as he just doesn't get harassed a bunch from the denting blows. Not the denting blows, the AoE punches. I don't remember what that's called, but here we got sick Tarek ganks incoming. I mean, these things got like point and click range stun. It's like jungle Pantheon, but just as slow, if not slower. And those are the sick Tarek ganks, not doing anything due to the fact that Nidalee was like, I'm probably pushed up too far. I don't want to get ganked by a Tarek. But jungling he is. That's so weird. I guess it can work. Now with this new passive, he'll do more damage. So I guess building more items on him will be like more cost efficient to build items on him. We got Jarvan 4 initiating on the Vi. Vi doesn't really want to fight this. The sick knockup from J4. Here comes the stun from Tarek. Is he going to go out? It will after she flashes. A bit of a mistake. Jarvan's like, nope, not having any of that. He's going to go back to farming. I really think she should have popped that before she was able to finish her Vault Breaker, because she did receive a bit of a nerf where now it does not refund full mana cost, and it goes on a 3-second cooldown. So, oh, they might actually be going for another gank here. Vi is going to go up for some last hits. Here comes Tarek. Is he going to have more 6 stuns? He is. There's the stun. EQ combo from Jarvan the 4th. There it is. There's the knockup. And they are going to get the kill here on the Vi. Going to Tarek. Man, those are such good ganks from Jungle Tarek. And right now we got Ashe being jumped on from Leona and Graves. Will they be able to pick up the kill on the Graves? That is the question. She's going to go in the bush, try to lose vision. But no, there was a blue buff. There was a blue team ward. However, Sona's able to pick it up with a not a power chord, a Q. I don't even remember what her chords are called. That's QWE, the damage one. She's going to pick up a kill using that. 1 for 1, not really much going on there, I guess. Ashe does right now have a double kill. That kill did go to both Leona and Sona, so really no one won that situation, since it's now just both the supports are the only ones alive. So none of the carries are farming. They both got assists. An even trade. Ashe, though, is going to have some nice damage items now, though, over Graves. Just a longsword and some sustain. However, that should be good enough to give her a bit of an advantage. She really has to be careful about Leona jumping on her. Graves can do a lot more burst damage than Ashe. And we do have Malphite invading the Tark, although you're quite low, Malphite. I don't even think you win a duel with Jungle Tark, and he's going to have to flash away from the J4, and there will be no dunking happening since he's not level 6. Right now we do have actually Caston moving on up. He's like, fine, I'll come join the party. They are going to invade, and they really want this Malphite bad. Maybe they want the Vi. They want everyone, in fact, but there's no way that Caston can get over this wall unless he flashes, and he is going to flash. They're going all in for this, and they are going to get the Vi. There's the sick knockup. She's going to flash, but oh, the health potion is actually going to keep her alive. Was that health potion? Ah, that was probably just the flash, but she is still alive. No one's level 6, Caston. You're so sad because you can't kill her. And Jarvan's like, no, we're diving like men. In his manly dive, will he get the kill? There's the knockup, but is he going to get the kill? No, there's the shield coming out from Vi's passive, and she does survive. Wow, very impressive. I totally thought she was dead, but the flash and the flask barely kept her alive there at the end. Unfortunately, Caston was not level 6, so there was not really much he can do. Until you're level 6 Caston, you really have an underwhelming skill set. You have a lot of assassination tools, but you have no way to get yourself in range for the tools that you have. So that is very unfortunate that he was not level 6 yet. However, good job from the Vi getting out of that just barely. And of course, level 4 as Jarvan. Even if you're Jarvan, you can't really dive turrets at level 4. So there was not really a way that he was able to get a good kill. And also the shield from Vi keeping her alive. Although I think she would have survived without it. There's Leona jumping on the Ashe, but there's no one to follow this up, so nothing's going to come of it, except for Sona does end up taking a tower shot. We do see Ashe winning the lane here. Ashe did just get a recent buff in the last patch. And, oh, Caston's like, smack, no, get nothing from that. Sad face Caston. He didn't really want to have to waste mana, though. He's like, I'll let the cat go back. She did get a buff. Attack speed increase. Well, not attack speed. Scaling attack speed went up to like 4% now. And if I had to buff Ashe, that's not how I would do it. I mean, she's already a pretty good late game range carry. She doesn't have any escapes, but she's got initiation. She's got a ton of crowd control, a ton of AoE damage and volley. I don't really think putting her attack speed up is really where you want to target the buffs, but I guess they wouldn't be terrible. I mean, it can only help Ashe to give her more attack speed. I can't see how that would harm her. Right now, we do have a lot of damage going on to the Caston. Nidalee's going to try to pick this one up. Caston's going to kite as well as he can, and he does have his ultimate, but he has no mana, unfortunately, so he can't really jump in and assassinate that Nidalee. And we're just continuing to CS here in the bot lane. You know, bot lane is just so exciting. CS all day. Did Caston actually eat that? I don't think so. Although he might have. I think it might have hit a minion. And there he's got his E back up. Typical Caston skill build. Maxing out the Q first. I don't know why the directed camera thinks this bot lane is so exciting. Frankly, it's not. What is my volume at? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Or I can just, increase my voice volume after the fact. And right now we do have a bit of a jump coming here on Nidalee, but she just burst down that Caston like no tomorrow. And now she's like, I can take this Tark, no probs. And unfortunately, when you're jungle Tark, all you've got is a stun. You don't have damage. You got like a heal, but heals don't help in ganks at all. Like, oh, don't run away from the spear. If you know you're going to eat a spear, at least run towards this, which does less damage. But all he's got is a stun. I mean, the Tark gank sounds sick, but it's a ranged stun, and that's it. You don't have any damage to go along with that stun, and it requires a lot of laner follow-up to actually make anything happen. And of course your clear speeds are pretty bad as jungle Tark, and by pretty bad I mean like really bad. So in my opinion, not worth it. There's the dive coming down from red team. Oh, but Sona does miss her crescendo, and there's the ult from Leona. They are actually going to lock down this Ashe, get the kill again. Both the supports picking up the kills. That crescendo did whiff. Nice flash from Graves, and Leona really wants this Sona, and they might actually be able to get it. Here comes the Malphite. He's going to throw down the slow slash movement speed buff, and they are just going to tap away at this Sona. Easy kill in my opinion, and there it goes. Chobo on Malphite, picking that one up. Just good play all around. That was a bit of a weird dive. Ashe really wanted to let Sona take the tower aggro instead of herself. That was a big mistake there. Ashe ended up being the one taking tower aggro. There's a nice stun on Vi. It's going to cancel her Vault Breaker mid-flight. There's the dunk coming out from Jarvan, and this Vi is most certainly dead. This time, not going to make a fool of myself by predicting the wrong thing. She does end up dying. That's a lot of damage you got coming out from Jarvan. Once he hits level 60, he's just so dangerous because his ultimate's a really good CC, even though it's not traditional CC. And then we have Nidalee getting stunned and kind of bursted down by Tark, but this Nidalee's like, I can burst too. Oh, Caston wants to come in here for some big money kills, but he's not going to get anything. We do have Boots of ganking on Tark, and we have no level 2 boots yet on the Malphite. Wouldn't be surprised to see Boots of ganking on him as well. And I was talking about the Jarvan. Yes, when he hits level 6, he just has such a good CC mechanism as well as a ton of burst damage, and we do have Nidalee keeping herself alive with her heal, and Malphite's going to pick this one up onto the turret. Here comes sick Taric ganks, though. Is he going to get anything? One more turret shot goes on the Chobo. Nidalee can't get close because she's afraid of being bursted down, and will this be the death of Malphite? Yes, red buff is going to pick it up, and that'll be a kill for jungle Taric. I have to say jungle before Taric every time, or else I'm going to get really confused. I just know it. But Taric, when he hits level 6, he also has a lot of burst damage, so... Yeah, and a big mistake Malphite did is he walked back into turret aggro for just a second, took one tower shot, and Taric was like, I got this, bro. And he did indeed have it calculated down to the red buff. And there's the flash stun from Taric. He's going to get the kill. Wow, that was really impressive. Oh, that was he was waiting for that. You could tell. He's like, oh my gosh, this Nidalee's going to totally walk too close. I'm just going to flash stun. And he did, and it looked awesome. I'm glad Director Camera took us to that. And we do see some defensive items being rushed on Malphite. Sunfire Cape first. Very, well, not surprising at all. We have Bilgewater Cutlass coming out first from Ashe. I mean, new Blade of the Ruined King. Broken item? Probably. I mean, it's just so good. It looks so fantastic. I mean, I could even see getting it on a couple junglers. At least the Bilgewater Cutlass early for the slow. Make ganks happen better. That Sona just got Raffle bursted. So much burst from Graves and Leona. Just the stuns locking them down, so Graves could just initiate on top of her. And actually, here comes the Jarvan. The arrow did in fact hit Leona instead of hitting the Graves, which where it was probably intended to go. But this Graves will probably be picked up by the cast. And no, he's going to kite as well as he can. Here comes the Jarvan ulti. Will he be able to pick this up? The Malphite's actually coming to help. They will get the Jarvan, but will Malphite be able to pick up a kill from this? Nice flash from Jarvan, getting him out of tower range. However, they did both end up taking a lot of tower damage. Will they go down? The Malphite's going to flash for this. The Q will pick up the kill. Now they're going to try to save the Jarvan. In fact, they're actually going to go for the kill, perhaps. There's the stun from the Taric. Jarvan's going to commit to this. There's his shield. And the spear from Nidalee picking up the kill from over the wall. Nidalee wants blood right now. She's going to go for the Ashe. This is like the longest gank / counter gank ever. The stun from Taric's going to keep her immobilized for just a second, but they have wards in this bush. Actually, they're going to turn this one around. Nice heal from Taric. And will they dive under the tower? I don't think they should. And no, they're just going to fall back. Smite coming out in the cannon into stun for CS. Wow, that was a lot of action. All in all, I think a 3-for-2 exchange, maybe. Okay, Sona died, Cassidy died, Jarvan died, and Graves died, Leona died, Malphite died. So 3-for-3. That was a lot of action for just an equal trade. However, that was just a couple mistakes in there. Of course, Ashe's arrow, it hit Leona, but I think it was obviously trying to go for Graves. That like barely nicked the Leona right there. So unfortunate for her. And yeah, it was still all around pretty exciting to watch. It was a bit of an iffy dives on Graves as well. Jarvan was really the only one who committed, and then Cassidy kind of came in after. I think they could have coordinated that a little bit better. And we do have Nidalee getting chased down by the Cassidy. He's like, I'm an assassin. I'm going to assassinate you, pretty kitty. And is he going to be able to get this? There's the slow. One more silence. One more ult. He's going to ult, but he's actually going to get stunned anyways. The ult came out. The animation came out after the stun, and they're going to be able to turn this one around. I think one more Q from Nidalee should be able to pick up the kill. If she gets too close, nope. She's going to burst him down before he can cast a spell. And we did actually have Graves get dived here under the turret as well. Okay, I want to talk about Blade of the Ruined King because it's important, and I think you all can take maybe what I say and apply it to your own games. Blade of the Ruined King, it's now an attack speed item, a little bit more than a damage item, but that's like huge for people like Kog'Maw, like Vayne. Those late game 80 carries are going to have a huge answer to the health stacking meta. I mean, just this is a huge buff to range carries in my opinion, because they now have, it's like the Madred's Razor, but it's incredibly beneficial for them to build up to. Like, in terms of cost efficiency, Madred's Razor was awful in Season 2, just downright awful, and it didn't really offer range carries anything they wanted. Now it gives lifesteal, it gives damage, it gives attack speed. I mean, it's just such a better item now. I can just see it being built on almost everyone who uses AD, and we do have a study coming out. This is like kind of a weird gang situation. There's the Malphite, Unstoppable Force. There's Jarvan as well, just bursting down that Vi like nothing else. They're going to try to get this Malphite, but he's really tanky. Do you guys like the new health bars? I just noticed them. They look really nice, but we are going to have the Malphite get bursted down. He will end up dying, and Cassidy's going to pick up that one. Right now it is 9-14. Small advantage in terms of gold going to red team. But all in all, I'd say a bit of an equal game. They're all playing pretty well, and we are going to have Cassidy. He really wants this Nidalee, and he does have a lot of mana, so he might be able to get it. The swipe does end up whiffing, I think. And there's the silence. She's not going to be able to pounce over the wall. That makes her like really sad. You could tell she wanted to pounce over that wall. She's going to be able to pounce over eventually. There's the ult from Cassidy, not hitting the damage, but there's the silence. One more auto attack Cassidy, and that's all you need. I'm sure his ult will come off cooldown. It does come off cooldown. They get the kill. Bottom lane, Ashe ends up soloing the Graves. Was that a soloing the Graves? I think so. I have to go back and see that. I mean, Ashe soloing the Graves, it just doesn't sound right. Okay, okay. We're going to go bot lane. And we're going to watch this because there's no way an Ashe would solo a Grave at this stage in the game. I mean, with her ultimate, maybe, but Graves does so much burst damage. Oh, he is 1 in 5, and she is 5 in 2, and she has a BF sword. So on second thought, yep, there goes. He tries to go in further the damages, but she's just doing so much right-click damage. Wow. Oh, so much pain was dropped there. And, of course, Graves was like, what? Play the Bilgewater Cutlass as an active? I forgot to use it. Yes, you did, Graves. Yes, you did. And this, wow, I'm like, how did she solo him? But now I realize she's just so far ahead in terms of itemization. And, I mean, BF Sword, Blade the Rune King, she's hurting so bad. And right now, it looks like Red Team is going to go for the Dragon. And that is going to be another gold advantage for their team, which is very good. And, wow, just new Blade of the Rune King just seems so good, especially for carries like Kog'Maw. How is this going to make Kog'Maw? Like, how is he still going to be balanced after this is my question. You're giving him more attack speed, more magic damage, which scales off your opponent's maximum HP. No, it scales off current, not maximum. I mean, but still, it just seems like such a strong item on someone like Kog'Maw. I'm going to be really interested to see how this affects them. But I think that this was done as a huge buff to ranged carries. They want to make it a more affordable option for them instead of just another bruiser item, which in my opinion could really help the ranged carries like secure their spot bot lane in the meta, because it's going to be such a powerful thing on them. And yeah, that's pretty much what I think. I think it's going to be a huge buff to ranged carries. Like, you're going to see a lot of ranged carries pick it up as their lifesteal item. They're going to be like, do I want a Bloodthirster? Why would I buy them when I get like a Blade of the Rune King with an awesome active to go along with my lifesteal? It's got an active which helps them kite. I mean, it gives them more survivability as well, which is going to be really good. And right now we do have Caston like running away from a rock, and I think it's just going to be fine. He's going to end up going over the wall, and they're going to flash out of the Unstoppable Force. Pro plays, and that's going to be a wasted ultimate for Malphite, although it did get a flash out of Caston, which isn't as impressive as getting a flash out of anyone else, but we're going to have Caston going right back into this. Will they be able to get a kill? There's the ultimate from Tark. I think they might actually be able to pick this one up. The heals are coming out. Caston is going to be able to burst him down, and I don't think Nidalee's going to be able to get a kill off of this. Actually, they're going to turn on to the Nidalee Jungle Tark doing mad deeps, and they are going to get the Nidalee. That's 2 for O trade. Actually, in the bot lane, we do have a turret going down and a bit of a dive. Graves is like, I can't really handle the damage coming out of here. He pops his ultimate. They're going to try to focus down the Sona, but I think that's a bit of a mistake from Graves. He is going to probably die to the Ashe. I mean, she's got so many slows. I don't see the Graves surviving this one, and that's going to be a double kill for Ashe, I believe, unless Sona was able to pick up a kill there. I think Sona got one of the kills, perhaps. But anyways, 2 for 1 exchange bot lane, 2 for O exchange mid lane. Red team's taking a nice lead right now in this game. 7k gold advantage. I mean, Blade the Rune King, I think it's a big snowball item as well, because if you can get it up before your opponents, you just have so much more lane dominance above them. And right now we do have the... Wow, that was a bit of a weird interaction they had there. I think Vi ulted the Tark to escape, but she is going to end up dying. And no one from Red Team is going to fall. They are going to take another turret. They end... Ashe split pushing like a boss, taking another bot lane turret. She's going to try to kite this Malphite for all that she's worth. I think that Ashe wins this one, actually. No, she's dropping extremely low. That's a lot of damage on Malphite. The Sunfire Cape armor really helping him against this in this trade. And she is going to end up going down. One more tap. Tapped at Ashe. And it's going to be a Q. Walk away like a boss. And that is that. Right now we see Tark with his Frozen Heart. He did also buy Madreds, of course, very good item for junglers. A lot of junglers, when you're playing, you're just like, get the Madreds, stop there, we're good. And of course, Malphite picked up the Spirit Stone. Don't know if he's actually going to be upgrading that. Probably not. I don't think it's very likely that he's going to be upgrading the Spirit Stone. I mean, you could get the Tenacity item, that'd be pretty good. Especially since he decided to go Ninja Tabby. The armor's really going to help him against this Ashe. She's just dealing crap loads of damage. She did end up picking up an Elder Lizard item. And that's going to give her the true damage on her attacks, which is actually very good for Ashe, considering she has her volley. It's going to allow her to apply a lot of true damage in a big area. Normally, I'd be like, meh, of this item for a range carry. But on Ashe, I mean, she benefits a lot from like all of these stats. And we are going to have the Graves get tower dive, but it's under the enemy's tower, so it's not really going to be helping him in any way. And there's another death from them. Right now, a bit of a Raffle Stomp coming out here. And... I mean, Elder Lizard item being picked up by ranged carries. Very interesting how the game has changed. And right now with the Ashe are going to catch Vi. It's a long stun that she's got on her right now. There's the slows from Ashe, and she looks dead if you ask me. She most certainly is. Unstoppable casted. ulting everywhere, and he looks like he wants more kills too, but will he be able to get any? There's the slow onto the Malphite, but they're not going to be able to get anything further past that. And just all around the bot lane, it was just outplayed from the start. I mean, allowing Ashe to get those 2 kills in the early game, I'm going to have to say, getting Zenithblade at level 1, pretty big mistake coming out from Leona. I mean, you're going to jump to someone, but then you're going to be like, what do I do now? I can't stun. And right now we are going to have the Jarvan 4 dunk on the Malphite, and I wasn't really commentating that last part, but it's pretty much just a team fight wipe right now. Red team is just going where they please and killing everyone. Graves is going to try to flash out of that one. There's Jarvan 4. He's not going to let the Graves escape. Actually, Ashe taking a lot of damage from the turret. Leona's going to flash over the wall, and now Ashe is like, well, I guess I'm just going to leave because I don't have anything else to do. No, they are going to end up trying to take the turret. There's the ult from Graves, trying to pick up the Ashe, but to no avail. Vi really wants the Ashe too. She's going to ult to her, but will she have the burst damage to take her down? The answer to that is yes. One last auto attack, proccing the denting blows. Will pick up the kill. Just look at that itemization on the Ashe. Blade of the Ruined King and that jungle item. I mean, it's pretty efficient damage. I mean, it's not too costly, and very interesting pickup on her. And that is going to be the surrender. Not really unexpected. Red team did end up snowballing quite hard. Mad plays by Jungle Tark, but I'm going to have to give the points to that Ashe. And pretty much Leona not picking up your stun at level 1. Big mistake right there. I mean, maybe you could have prevented that. Maybe you could have gotten a couple kills with Graves. I mean, certainly would have gone better than what happened. But anyways, interesting builds for AD carry. Blade of the Ruined King, I think, is going to bring a lot more viability back to ranged carries. It's going to cement their spot as very good champions. Of course, it's good on bruisers as well, but the attack speed, not as useful for people who really rely on their abilities to do damage. And I think it's going to make Kog'Maw a monster. But we're going to have to see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This has been Raabemaster shoutcasting some random high elo game for your enjoyment. And I will see you guys next time.